Well, hey there, everyone. We're almost to the end of the work week. Happy Thursday to you all. I'm King 5 Meteorologist Adam Claibon. We have the upcoming holiday weekend, which we're going to go over. We're going to try to our best ability, to try to time out some of these showers that are going to be moving throughout that time, because it does look like it is going to be a wet holiday weekend. And we have some showers moving through right now, and those are going to stick around into the evening commute. So what's driving all of this? Well, a big area of low pressure, which you can see right there, is spinning off of the coast, bringing a good amount of cloud coverage. And yeah, the rain has been steady in a lot of spots. Most of the time here throughout the day, though, it has been relatively dry. So first up, let's go ahead and look out there along the coast where we saw more of the rain yesterday. La Push, you can see cloudy skies, kind of a misty look to the sky. Bellingham, cloudy skies here too. We just see more of a rain shadowing happening, so that will keep a lot of heavier rain away from us to keep some of those rain totals down. So don't expect as much of the rain there. And then we also have some higher snow levels, which means up here at Paradise, as we look live there at Mount Rainier, the parking lot, it's more wet than snowy, and snow levels up around 4,500 to 5,000 feet will create more of that. So expect that here for the rest of today. If you're traveling across Snoqualmie Pass, Stevens Pass, White Pass, you're all good to go, especially if you're trying to get out a little bit early for that upcoming weekend. We'll start to see those numbers drop a little bit into Saturday, but not really seeing a big true drop until we go later on into next work week. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday down to around 3,000 and eventually down to 1,500. Now, as far as the rainfall today, we picked up the most across parts of Mason County. Shelton, you can see closing in on an inch of rain. Areas around there and over the Kitsap Peninsula, a little higher too, around a half an inch of rain, while closer here to Puget Sound, that rain shadowing helping out with keeping some of those rain totals down to only about 1/10 of an inch so far in Seattle. The farther north you go, lesser amounts up there, less than 1/10 of an inch. Now, this rain has helped out with the drought conditions, and we've been seeing that across parts of Oregon. They've seen that exceptional drought, the really deep dark red completely disappear. So definitely improving there, and we still have abnormally dry soil here, so conditions not really getting all that worse, but not getting better either. We can use a little more rain to continue to keep more of that soil a bit more damp, and well, we are going to get that here over the next few days. Big picture, here you are, satellite and radar picture showing the entire nation stormy activity across parts of the southeast and heading up into more of the Midwest and mid-Atlantic states. And then you head over towards us, and we have our system of our own, which is starting to bring in more of that steady, yes, albeit light rain here across parts of western Washington and down into areas of Oregon. Zooming into that area, which is seeing more of the rain shadow, the San Juan Islands, northern parts of Camino and Whidbey Island, and up around parts of Whatcom and Skagit County. Little rain really falling as of right now. And then the farther south you go, you can see some of those showers that are steady but light in nature around King County, Pierce County, over the Kitsap Peninsula, and out towards the coast. Maybe a bit more of that heavier activity. And as we've been mentioning, it's been the heaviest across the south slopes of the Olympics and across more Mason County. So zooming out, this system is going to move on through here. That's the one that we're dealing with right now. That's just right along the coast. So once that starts to head its way farther to the east and gets out of here, we'll see another one come in right behind that, and that's going to be the one responsible for more of the wet weather that we'll have here into the upcoming Easter weekend as that heads our way on into the next few days. So timing that out for you, you can see the rest of today still going to be wet. We're expecting the heaviest rain again across more Mason County and the coast. We'll see some heavier pockets kind of here and there too across parts of Puget Sound deep into the night and early into tomorrow morning. Seeing some of those showers moving on through, but it's early tomorrow morning, 9-10 o'clock, that we'll see the last bit of this system beginning to head its way off to the east. Things will quiet down. We'll see some sun breaks and some showers throughout the afternoon tomorrow, but a drying trend at least for a little bit before we head into early Saturday morning, and that next system will start to hit more of the coast. It'll take its time, so throughout the daytime hours, early daytime hours that is, around Puget Sound, we're still relatively dry. This is noon on Saturday, and then you see that start to fill on in with more of the rain chances later on into Saturday evening and Saturday night, and taking its time before it really starts to fill on in. So I think it's more of Sunday Easter itself that will be the wet day. Now, as far as additional rain still yet to come here through early Saturday morning, between a half an inch, maybe an inch around the Kitsap Peninsula and parts of Mason County and out there along the coast. I think those amounts may be a little overdone closer here to Seattle and Renton, over 2/3 of an inch, but I think we'll be pretty close to a half an inch either way, as we'll get this rain to move on through in some heavier pockets pockets still yet to come. And with the higher snow levels, no big concerns about that past travel again. We'll see some good amounts up around Mount Baker coming in at about a foot, maybe a foot and a half there. And then you can see Crystal Mountain maybe coming in at about 5 inches, but nothing really to worry about, again, if you're driving there across the state. And then the next system that comes in behind that, we'll see heading on into Sunday. That really starts to fill in with the rain chances, and we'll see some heavier pockets with that. That'll move on through, and we'll keep things pretty wet on into next Monday and Tuesday. So our active pattern, well, that's going to stick with us for a little while as we head on into next week. So overall, here is your Easter weekend forecast. Showers and sun breaks tomorrow for areas of tomorrow, the 50s and for highs. So we'll see Good Friday lead into a pretty soggy late Saturday with increasing rain coming in throughout the day. Mid 50s for the highs there. Then we're talking about mid 50s again heading into Sunday for Easter, the day itself. Kind of breezy too, with winds out of the south between 15 to 25 miles per hour. Today's forecast, some mid-50s, and especially where we don't see as much of the rain, maybe even a few breaks farther north, we can see some upper 50s up into those parts, like in Mount Vernon and Arlington. But rain will be around the region there, mainly light rain, a bit heavier as you go farther south, especially across parts of South King County and heading into Pierce County. Highs down this way around the low to mid-50s, and seeing more of the same down into more Pierce County too, and then across into Mason County. And then your 7-day forecast, highs staying in the 50s for a lot of the time, but it's going to drop down into the 40s by next Tuesday, 49 degrees for a high. And typically for this time of the year, we should be back up around 57, 58 degrees for those normal highs. So we're staying well away from that, at least for a lot of the period. Maybe Saturday we'll get pretty close to it. And getting into the middle part of April, that's when we should typically see our first 70-degree day, and we don't have that really anywhere in sight. So the pattern, if you are keeping this really in mind, is just going to call for more of this cool and wet sort of weather to stick with us as we go on into the coming days, maybe even weeks. So definitely make sure that you keep the warm and the rain gear nearby, and make sure to have some other plans if you do have outdoor plans here. I know those Easter egg hunts and everything coming up for the upcoming weekend, it might be a little soggy, so make sure, of course, that you might have an alternate sort of activity to do. Well, everyone, take care. Have a tremendous Thursday. We'll talk to you soon.